dear learners. I, Dr. Shrutishrubha Bharali, Assistant Professor in Computer Science at Krishnakanto Handikoy State Open University, welcome you all to this video lecture on the topic English as the Language of Computers of the online course on Introduction to Functional English. The main objectives of this module are to explain the meaning of the digital age, to learn about the essential components of a computer, to identify the areas where computers are largely used, and to discuss the English language skills for communicating effectively in various places like banks and offices. The English language is often discussed as the lingua franca of computing. Moreover, modern-day computer science borrows extensively from English. English is seen as having this role due to the prominence of countries like the USA and UK in the development and popularization of the terms like computer systems, computer networks, software, information technology, and so on. Another factor that made English a dominant language was the growth of the computer industry in the 20th century. These developments led to the creation of new programming languages based on English, new communication standards written in English, and the use of English as the primary language for radio communications, aviation, and later on the Internet. It is currently estimated that nearly 80% of the world's information is stored in English. You must have also heard the term digital age many times. So, what is the digital age? According to Wikipedia, the digital age or information age began in the mid-20th century. The digital age is characterized by a rapid change from traditional industries established in the Industrial Revolution to an economy based on information technology and computers. The digital age started with the development of transistor integrated chips to the current exploration in the field of AI or artificial intelligence. In today's digital age, use of digital tools like computers, mobile phones have become an integral part of our lives. We rely on computers for information, news, connectivity, communication, and a host of other activities. Computers are used for a variety of tasks like communication through emails, information access through use of internet, online shopping, remote work using computers during the COVID-19 pandemic, social media access, entertainment, and many more. Living in the digital age requires adapting to these technological changes. Learning about computers and their various applications and using these computer skills in the 21st century will help us to enhance our communication skills. Let us first define a computer. A computer is an electronic device which is mainly used for storing and processing of data. The computer takes input from the user and manipulates the data to give output in the form that is desired by the user. The essentials of a computer refer to the fundamental components of the computer and the aspects required for the computer to function and perform the task in an efficient manner. A computer system consists of both hardware and software components. The hardware components are the electronic and mechanical parts of the computer like CPU, motherboard, input and output devices. The software part is a set of computer programs which instruct the computer on the task to be done like operating systems and application softwares. Let us now discuss some of the essential parts of the computer. The first essential part of the computer is Central Processing System or CPU. The CPU is often referred to as the brain of the computer. The CPU executes the instructions and performs arithmetic and logical calculations of the computer programs. The CPU has three parts, namely Arithmetic and Logical Unit or ALU, Control Unit or CU, and registers. The ALU performs the arithmetic and bitwise logical operations. The control unit interprets each instruction of the computer program and makes the circuits and rest of the components to execute the specified task. The registers are high-speed units of memory that store and control data. The next essential component is computer memory. Computer memory can be broadly divided into primary and secondary memory. Primary memory or main memory is the computer memory space that is directly accessible by the CPU, while secondary memory stores the data and information permanently, but the data on the secondary memory needs to be transferred to the primary memory first for it to be accessed by the processor. Primary memory comprises of RAM and ROM. Random access memory or RAM is a volatile memory, which means that the data is lost when the computer is turned off. While read-only memory or ROM is a non-volatile memory, which means it holds the data even when the computer is turned off. RAM is used to store the data and instructions that the computer is currently working on, while ROM stores the data and instructions that do not require to be changed. Secondary memory is non-volatile in nature. External devices like hard disk, floppy disk, and magnetic tapes are some examples of secondary memory. The next essential component is motherboard. Motherboard, also known as main board or parent board, is the primary component of the computer. It is a platform which provides the electrical connections by which all the components of the computer system like CPU, memory communicate using buses. A general computer has a printed circuit board that has processor, memory, expansion slots, and controllers for connecting peripheral devices. Expansion slots allow for adding of sound, video, graphics, and networks capabilities to the computer system. The next important component is bus. Bus in computer system are used to connect the different components of the computer system like CPU, memory, input-output devices, and transfer data between them. Bus act as a shared communication channel to allow the system to send data, memory address, control signals, and power to various hardware components. BIOS or basic input-output system is another component of the computer system. BIOS is a computer program that is stored in the non-volatile ROM part of the computer memory. BIOS initializes the computer system and tests the computer system's hardware and drivers when the computer is turned on. This test, known as power on self-test or POST, verifies if the computer meets the requirements for booting up properly. Operating system is another essential component and can be defined as the intermediary between the user and the computer hardware. Operating system is a collection of software programs that manages the computer resources in an efficient manner. The operating system controls the execution of application programs and provides the user with an interface to access the different application programs. Microsoft Windows, Linux, and Android are some of the most commonly used operating systems. The next important component of computers are input devices. The devices which are used to provide input to the computer system are called input devices. Input can be given to the computer in different formats like text, audio, video, etc. Some of the common input devices are keyboard, mouse, and scanner. Keyboard is one of the most commonly used input devices, modeled after the keyboard of the typewriters. Using a keyboard, the user can type documents, use shortcuts for different functions, and access menu options in different applications. QWERTY keyboards are the most common keyboard layouts and named after the first 6 letters of the keyboard. Apart from the letters of the English alphabet, there are different types of keys in the keyboard like numeric keys, function keys and control keys. There are special types of keyboards like numeric keyboards that include only numeric keys and are used in the ATM machines. A commonly used pointing input device is mouse. Pointing devices enable the user to control the movement of the pointer and use it to select various options from the menus that are displayed in the computer screen. The mouse has two buttons called left and right buttons and one scroll wheel in the middle and is used to point at objects on the screen and click using left or right buttons to initiate certain actions on the screen of the computer. Touchpads are built-in input devices available on laptops, tablets, and many other personal digital assistants. It is a small, flat, rectangular surface that allows users to access the computer screen by moving their fingers over the pad. The user has to slide their fingertips over the sensitive area of the device to point to objects on the computer screen. The pressure of the fingers on the sensitive area of the touchpad is detected by the sensors, and these signals are then interpreted by the CPU and the corresponding action is performed. Joystick is another pointing input device that is widely used in video gaming applications. A joystick consists of a stick which is mounted on a base, and the cursor on the screen moves as per the direction of the stick, which is guided by the user. Webcam or web cameras are video camera input devices used to record videos in the computer or stream videos using the internet. Webcams are widely used in teleconferencing, live streaming, and social media. Scanner is a device that scans images, printed text, and handwriting from different sources like printouts, posters, and documents, and converts them into digital images. Scanners can scan either black and white images, color images, or both. Scanners come in different types like handheld scanners and flatbed scanners. The scanners usually found in colleges and offices are flatbed scanners. Microphone is an input device that enables the user to input the audio into computer systems. The microphone captures audio by converting the sound waves into electrical signals. Barcode readers are handheld input devices that are used to capture and read information stored in the form of barcodes. Barcode readers are commonly used in retail shops and supermarkets nowadays to make processing of the chosen goods faster. Optical character reader is a device which converts the handwritten, printed, or typed documents into text that can be edited and stored in the computer in digital form. Optical mark reader or OMR are input devices which are used to evaluate OMR sheets that are used for conducting various examinations. OMR sheets are specially designed pre-printed documents that contains bubbles which need to be filled circled by the candidates. These were some of the commonly used input devices. Let us now look at another important component of the computer, output devices. Output devices are devices which give information from a computer system. The information can be presented in different formats. Some of the commonly used output devices are monitor, printer, and projector. Monitors are one of the most commonly used output devices. Monitors display information in pictorial or textual format. Monitors come in different variants: cathode ray tubes or CRT and liquid crystal displays or LCD. The CRT monitors are huge in size and consume large amount of power. The LCD monitors have now replaced the CRT monitors since they are lightweight, portable, and consume low electrical power. Printers are output devices that take text or image as input from the computer and prints it on a paper. Printers can be of different types like impact and non-impact printers. Impact printers print characters on the paper by striking an ink ribbon against the paper. On the other hand, non-impact printers do not strike the paper while printing but either spray, drip or electrically draw on the page. Dot matrix and daisy wheel are common examples of impact printers. Inkjet and laser printers are common examples of non-impact printers. A projector is an output device that takes an image from a video source and projects it onto a screen or a surface. Projectors are commonly used in schools and colleges for projecting presentations onto large screens that are visible to many people. Projectors are also used in homes as home theater systems for projecting movies, series, and documentaries. Let us now look at some of the frequently used basic hardware and software terms. The first one is hardware. Hardware comprises of the physical parts of the computer like the motherboard, CPU, memory, storage devices, and different input and output devices connected to the computer. The next term is software. Software is the set of computer programs that are developed to perform a specific task. Software are written by programmers using programming languages like C, C++, Java, Python, etc. Software can be of different types like system software and application software. System software are generally designed to manage the computer hardware. Operating systems and compilers are examples of system software. Application software are generally designed to solve specific problems or to make some tasks more convenient for the users. Database systems, web browsers are examples of application software. Productivity software refers to any software that enables the user to create documents, presentation, worksheets, graph, database, audio and video files. The productivity softwares are widely used in offices and businesses. Some of the commonly used productivity software are Microsoft Office that includes MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint, MS Access, and Google Apps that include Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, and Google Forms. Graphics software are used in offices and businesses to create and edit digital images, logos, and illustrations. Adobe Photoshop and Microsoft Paint are some of the common examples of graphic softwares. Multimedia software comprises of software that are designed for creating, recording, editing, and managing different types of media like audio, images, video, and animation. Multimedia softwares like OBS and Audacity are widely used in fields of education and engineering for creating, recording, and editing audio-video files. DBMS or Database Management Systems is a software that helps the users to store, access, and retrieve data that are stored in the database. Most of the businesses, offices, and educational institutions use DBMS software for safekeeping and efficient management of their data records. Microsoft Access, SQL Server, and Oracle are some of the most commonly used database management systems. Computer networks is a collection of computers and devices that are interconnected and can exchange data and share resources with each other. The devices in the network follow common communication protocols for exchange of data among the devices using either wired, wireless, or a combination of both the technologies. Windows operating system is developed by Microsoft and is one of the most commonly used graphical operating system in the world. It provides users with Microsoft Office, which contains a lot of applications like MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint, which are commonly used in offices. Linux operating system is a free open source operating system. Different types of Linux operating system like Ubuntu, Fedora, Debian, Red Hat Enterprise Linux are available, and one can choose the Linux operating system based on their preferences and job requirements. Let us look at some of the major application areas of computers. Computers are a very powerful teaching aid in the area of education. Teachers use computers for developing instructional materials in the form of documents, images, audio, video, and animations to explain concepts that would otherwise be very hard to understand. Nowadays, teachers use learning management systems or LMS to provide various e-resources in a platform that can be accessed by students anytime and anywhere using internet. In addition to this, various other administrative works like payment of fees, conduct of online examinations, and maintenance of database systems for students, teachers, and library are all done with the help of computers. Banking is another sector that has widespread use of computers. Banks use databases to keep records of all the transactions that has been done on the customer accounts. Online banking enables the customers to use computers to make financial transactions using services like internet banking. ATMs use special computers that allow customers to make and withdraw deposits from ATM machines that are connected by the network. Computers are used in both government and private sector offices for a variety of works like communication, data storage, and increasing the productivity of the institution, and for other administrative tasks. Companies use computers for both intra and inter communication and collaboration among employees. Computers are also widely used for preparation of documents like reports, letters, worksheets, and presentations. Another field where computers are extensively used is library. Libraries use computers to store records of books and readers in databases. Libraries also provide access to online journals, conference proceedings, and other digital resources. Computers also play a significant role in the movie entertainment industry. Computer-generated imaginary or CGI, special effects and animations in the movies are all done with the help of computers. Computers are also widely used in the gaming sector for developing and playing of online games. Usually, high-performance computing computers with high core count processors, high RAM space, GPUs, and cooling systems are used for gaming. Another sector where computers are used is in the healthcare sector. Hospitals use computers to keep records of the patient from the time of their admission till their exit from the hospital. For example, the reason for being admitted, the date, the time, the doctor consulted, the medicines prescribed, and all the other bills, all of this information are stored in the computers. Moreover, computers are used to monitor the patient vitals like blood pressure, oxygen rate, and heart rate. Weather forecasting is another area where computers are used for performing various numerical calculations using weather forecasting models. Data regarding air pressure, humidity, temperature are collected from various sources like weather balloons, satellites, and analyzed with the help of computers to predict the weather of a particular area. Computers are used in sports to analyze the performance of the players, compile statistics of the game, and to create game plans and strategies for future games. Many teams and organizations use computers to identify strong and weak players by tracking the performance of the players. The Hawkeye technology is a computer vision system that is used in sports like cricket to visually track the trajectory of the ball. Computers also play a huge role in other sectors such as aviation industry and space research industry, among many. Computers are used for designing satellites and spaceships and for calculating the trajectories and the path of these satellites. Computers are also used in the aviation industry for designing of aircraft models, flight information displays, for planning of flight schedules, regulating passenger flow, and controlling airport security. Apart from all of this, there are a lot of areas where computers are used like simulations, traffic control systems, music industry, etc. The communication systems in the 21st century have undergone tremendous technological advancements. Hence, change in the language skills is required for making effective communication. Let us discuss some of the skills that are needed for effective communication in the 21st century. One of the skills required in this day and age is good understanding of the digital tools and online platforms for effective communication, including communication through emails, social media, and online forums. The ability to use various multimedia devices and effectively incorporate different types of multimedia such as images, audio, video, infographics, and interactive content in presentations and reports in an engaging and visually appealing manner to keep the concentration of the listeners is essential for effective communication. Information evaluation is the capability to carefully analyze the information that is received from multiple sources. For effective communication in today's digital age, where there is an overload of data and information, having the ability to check the credibility and reliability of any information before sharing is a much needed skill set. Presence of cultural sensitivity. Presence of cultural sensitivity is a must skill for communicating with a global audience. Effective communication is possible when one takes into account the cultural norms, the demographic details, and adjusts the communication style and formats depending on the context and audience to limit misunderstandings and increase positive interactions. Collaboration using digital platforms for teleconferencing, resource sharing, virtual teamwork with fellow counterparts from same and different places is needed for effective communication. Effective communication is possible by understanding and following the ethical guidelines and taking into account the concerns related to people's privacy and online security. Hence, ethical awareness is an important skill set. It is important to note that in the development of computer technologies, computer science, and computing, the English-speaking people from around the world have contributed a lot. As technical advancements has led to many important discoveries and inventions, almost all of the available technical vocabulary that we use has its foundation in the English language. Besides, it is important to note that the computers around the world are used for English language teaching. This means that computers and language learning are having a complementary relationship. Hence, a proper understanding of the different functional aspects of the English language as well as that of English for specific purposes, as we had discussed in some of the previous modules, will surely help you in this regard. So, we have now come to the end of this video. We have started this video by discussing about the meaning of digital age. We have then described the essential components of a computer like CPU, motherboard, input and output devices. The different applications of computer and the different software and hardware terms that are frequently used in day-to-day life are also discussed in this video. We have also listed the new skills needed for effective communication in the 21st century in addition to the communication skills. In the next video, we will learn about the different technologies that are related to Internet and World Wide Web. Thank you for watching this video.